All right, we're here at Madison Southern High School with senior Stephen Whitehead. You're getting ready for your final KHSAA State Wrestling Championship. Starts on Thursday up at the Horse Park. You excited?
Sir.
One last run. You've come close, but you've never gotten that state championship. Obviously, undefeated on the season. You got that's definitely got to be your number one goal, I guess.
It's my goal last year too. I feel short.
Well, let's flash back to last year because it was Carter Gilliam of St. Actually lost him 2-1 in the final. You guys are both undefeated this year. Collision course to meet again in the final. So kind of reflect on. I know last year was kind of a difficult one with a late point against you. Ended up being a loss, but you got to be excited to get another shot at him if it gets to that situation.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to see him in the finals again. My record is better than his. He's undefeated, but 33-0. I'm 47-0 or 46-0. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I want to get him again. I don't care if I get him first round, second round.
All right. Well, that'll be Thursday and Friday over at the Horse Park. Back at the Horse Park again. Like you said, you've only ever wrestled there one time, and that freshman year didn't go too well. Huh?
Last time I was at the Horse Park, it was I was 0-2. 0-2. Yep. At 170s. Now I'm a heavyweight. So.
Well, that's not going to happen this time around. I can guarantee you that. Well, it is interesting. You talk about being a heavyweight, and the way it's set up is it's sometimes it's 285, sometimes it's heavyweight. Depends on how the brackets are put out. But obviously, you're not anywhere near 285. So a lot of times you are wrestling against much bigger guys than you, including Carter. Carter's a much bigger guy than you are. So I guess that has some advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, you're a little quicker. The bigger guys a little more poundage on you, but kind of how do you approach that?
Most of the guys, some people are a little bit stronger than me, but the speed kills. And then my conditioning is usually, not always, but usually I condition some of those big boys, big old linemen. Yeah. Usually first, second period, it's like this tide, and then about after that, they're gassed out. That's when you start taking advantage of their mistakes.
You're going up against guys that are 300 plus, right? Sometimes. Well, I guess you can.
It's like 287 is a max.
Yeah.
So second day you get a pound, so it'd be 288 max. There's guys that have to cut weight to make it.
And you're sitting at what right now? What's your?
I weighed in that regions at 236. So
236.
About 50 pounds away from hitting that limit.
Like you said, you're faster though, so that's definitely an advantage.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's worked out pretty good. You're 97-1 the last 2 years, so you found a way to be successful. Now let me take you back to the beginning. I remember years ago when I your brother Rocky signed to go off and wrestle in college. I remember him telling me when he first started off, he said he was horrible. He came out and tried to wrestle a little bit, was not very good. So take us back to your beginnings and kind of how you got into the sport.
Well, I started because my dad kind of made me, because my brother was wrestling. He's like, it's good for football. So I came out here and I was like, I guess I'll give it a shot. I didn't want to at all. I was so against it. And it took like 2 years, because my brother started 7th grade year. I was in 6th grade. And then 2 years later, I started my 8th grade year. And then I wrestled some high school, not much. I mean, I probably had a 500 record. I mean, I wasn't very good. I ended up coming 5th in middle school state. I was like, okay, I'm all right. I might give it a shot. So I kept sticking with it. And then I was like 25-11 freshman year or something. So I was like getting better. And then I was like, man, I'm tired of cutting weight. So I started just going up. Eventually, I think my first junior year, so my sophomore year, I was like 33-3. I came 5th that year. And then last year, so hopefully my record 11-7, 3 losses, 1 loss. Hopefully 0 losses this year. Progressively just get better.
0 losses. And it's kind of odd the situation down here with the wrestling team, because I mean you don't have a lot of kids, but the kids you have done really well. You got 4 guys going to state when you only had five or 6 at the region, and 4 of them are going on to the state. So you guys are, like what was that old saying with the Marines? The few, the proud. I mean, you guys don't have a whole lot of guys, but you've had a lot of success here.
Our coach says we take quality over quantity. It's because our wrestling is so hard that practices are terrible. We have a lot of guys come out every year, they just quit. But maybe our practices are too hard. Maybe that's why. But I mean, I think every guy that went to regions with us either made it to state or they're an alternate. I mean, every single one of them was an alternate or they made it. So, I mean, we definitely the coaching's there. I mean, he's proven it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Give a shout out to Coach Bertram and the rest of the coaching staff there.
Coach Bertrand, Coach Bertrand, and Coach Bertrand, and Coach Kelly.
It's easy. You just call them all Bertrand, right?
Big Bertrand, little Bertrand, brother Bertrand.
Yeah, and like I said, did it take me through some of your teammates there? Obviously, Braden Kelly's had a great year.
Braden's got a lot better from last year. He's not getting loved on the rankings. So they keep dropping him. He's not even losing. He's got a good record. Then you have Grant. Grant got hurt for a little bit, but he came. Regionals, I think, was his first thing back, and
finished fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth. Yeah.
And then Elijah, great match. It was a match. It was blood rounds. It's like the round before placement. So it was his blood rounds. He was down by 1 point. Got an escape last second, so went overtime and took a guy down in bull counting. We hate bull counting. So. What else we got? Damien. Damien's my practice partner. So shout out to Damien. I think he got hurt about 2 weeks before regions. He wrestled at regions, but he hadn't wrestled for a while. So but he ended up getting 5th or 6th.
Then, 215. He's probably like the only other big guy. Right?
Yeah, it's the only other guy I have to wrestle.
That's your top. You're the only other guy in your weight class.
I mean, I wrestled Jarrett too, but I think I broke his finger. I didn't mean to. We were wrestling. I just probably should have been wrestling him, honestly. Then he did good. I think he was an alternate as well. Got in 4th. Yeah. So he made it. So.
Yeah. Well, kind of a weird situation down in Barberville last Saturday because you actually helped Madison Central win the region title, right? I mean, kind of inadvertently, but I mean, obviously, you needed to beat the kid from Bull County for them to get the region championship. So, of course, obviously, you didn't care about that. You were trying to win your own match, but it's kind of interesting how that happens because I'm sure you know all those guys.
Yeah, we're all
everything.
Friends, so. Yeah, they all lined the mats while we were wrestling my finals match, and they were cheering for me. I didn't understand at the time. I was like, man, I'm just popular around here. I didn't know they were just using me for something.
But you were named the most outstanding wrestler of the region. So there you go. And talk about the growth of the female wrestling here. I mean, you got 2 state champions, and of course, this weekend will be the first ever KHSAA sanctioned girls state tournament. But there were KYWCA before that, and I think Sierra's won a couple, and Haley's won one.
Yeah.
So talk about the growth of that.
The first ever state champions here. Hopefully the first sanctioned state champions too. Well, actually, because Saturday.
You go first, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully I get one and then I get one. But, I mean, I think last year, every year we're getting more and more girls here. And then hopefully next year we get a new building and we start practicing normal times. I think that's what hurts our numbers kind of a lot too is our practice time. So we practice 5:30. Yeah. So I think if it's after school, we'll definitely get a lot more girls in. I mean, we got probably twice the amount of girls we had last year. Then we got 2 or 3 coaches just for girls. I think last year we were splitting coaches, but now we have just girls coaches now. So hopefully we get Sarah's a 3-time state champions. Haley's a 2-time state champion.
Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, you were a runner-up last year, and I think Justice Williams a few years back was he 3rd place or third?
Yeah.
So those are the best two ever. So looking to make a little history here.
Hopefully, first guy state champ. Hopefully, that's what we're going for. That's my goal.
Yeah, and like I said, maybe see good old Carter there in the end. Huh?
I hope it gets him.
You guys get to know. I mean, he's obviously from Louisville, so you probably don't know him too well. But you guys get to know your competitors a little bit.
Yeah, I talk to all the guys. Like Regions, the guy's name's Paul, the Bull kind of heavyweight. Yeah. I always talk to him. I wrestle him off season and everything. But I would try to talk to him about Regions, and he was like, "I'm locking in. I'm not talking to you right now." So he did talk to me all day. So
then you made your decision. Then what, a 9-0 in the finals.
Yeah, I wrestled him earlier in the year, and it was a minute pin. I was trying to get a pin again.
And he just wouldn't let you do it.
My parents disappointed me. What am I meant to do?
All right. Well, Thursday and Friday over at the Horse Park, we will definitely see you out there. And Friday night, hopefully, I'm looking for Madison Southern's first ever boys wrestling state
Sir.
championships. Good luck to you, brother.
Thank you.
We'll see you then.